All right. Ryan, my boy, thank you for taking the time to be with me today, man. How you feeling?
Thanks. Good. Thanks for having me.
I got some questions about for the owner of the 205 Kings. I'm really excited to get this going real quick. Give me just a second. I wasn't quite ready to start recording, but I'm not going to restart. That's no reason for that. All right, let's see. All right, I got a good place to start, man. Real good place to start. All right, so for the past 4 years, the 205 Kings, my bad, 6 years, right? 6 years the league's been in? Excuse me. The last 6 years, the 205 Kings have been the league's perennial cellar dweller. This year, you've embraced, or the last couple years, you've embraced a rebuild, but this year specifically with a war chest of future draft picks. Is this a tanking strategy? And if so, are you concerned about setting a precedent for the league's competitive balance?
That's a great question. I don't think so.
Don't think so.
Um, like you said, I got a lot of draft picks, and knowing the history of our league and a certain member, he's going to be coming for those draft picks at the end of the year. Um, and he's known for making very, very stupid trades, and I'm just hoping history repeats itself, and I get a couple pieces with those trades with those picks.
I gotta ask. There's a majority of the league might know who you're talking about, but did we want to disclose what team we might be
Oh, I
referring
mean,
to?
it's 100% a Mr. Eli Beal,
Eli
um,
Beal.
and
Okay.
the Turkish Chickens.
Wow.
He's got some decent starters, and I think once it solidifies that I have the first pick and maybe potentially three lottery picks, having his pick and Mason and Connor's,
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
I could potentially have three lottos.
Well, hey, I really appreciate the name drop there because that could definitely lead into some key journalism moments, some journalistic moments here in the future weeks to come. Um, Next week I've got, or next question I got another question relating to another owner in our league. Your week one opponent got Connor next week. He's known for a roster full of veterans, many of whom are seen past their prime. Some would say he's a win now manager while you're focused on the future. How do you feel about the opportunity to put the old guard out to pasture and officially kick off a new era for the 205 Kings?
Connor that's a tough matchup week one. Like you said, he's got some seasoned vets, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not looking hopeful for a week one win,
Not
but
hope. Wow.
he's got Scary Terry that just signed a massive contract extension. So I think with that, he's gonna have a lot of targets and put up a lot of points. Um, he's got Kamara. Saints offense is just atrocious. Got no receivers, so I think he's gonna be a heavy run game.
Heavy run game, yeah. I like that. I like that. I like the.
As much as I would like to walk away with the win, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't see it coming for me.
I got you. Well,
Um, I
appreciate
think
the
my first,
candidness.
I think my first win, honestly, might be a week three versus you, Mister Interviewer.
Hey, we'll see what happens there. Got to stay unbiased. Uh, Next question I got. For something I think a few of us really want to know. Are you treating this season like a true rebuild where wins and losses don't matter? Or is there a specific player or benchmark that you're aiming for to prove that your plan is on the right track?
My team's just there to have fun. They know the spot we're in, and they know that we're in a rebuild. So I mean, I expect them to go out and do their hardest and best, but they know where we're at in the future, and they're excited. The locker room is down right now, but they just have to trust their manager to get the job done and do the right things, and hopefully put us in the win column for years to come and climb up that leaderboard
Yeah,
and hopefully make a return to playoffs.
that brings me to a follow up question. For those that might question your management style, what would you say to those who question that management style, that maybe think that you don't have a future, you know?
You know, in past, I have had an error of judgment on some of my picks and trades, but I'm a new man. I read some books, watched some videos, listened to some podcasts, and I think they really helped me and are gonna bring me into the right direction from past mistakes.
Love to hear it. I think that's a perfect answer for those looking for you to bring back some competitive balance to the league. I really like the research aspect of that. Um, let's see. There's a saying that a pick is just a pick, and I know personally, not to bring bias into the situation, but that is a philosophy that I very go by. I stick to it very strongly. What's your confidence level that your war chest of future picks will translate to the kind of elite talent that can pull your franchise out of the basement?
Just oh, that's a tough one. Let me think about the answer. I might need you to repeat that because I'm doing laundry right now.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. I can repeat it. So there's a saying that a pick is just a pick. What's your confidence level that your war chest of future picks will translate into an elite kind of talent that can pull your franchise out of the basement?
that's a good question. Bringing back a previous question you asked and my answer, I may not have those draft picks by the time the draft comes. I am looking to possibly move those picks for some young talented pieces. And if I don't get a deal done, then I'll do the best I can with those picks. I am running back. I don't have a running back right now, and I know there are really big two potential running backs in the next draft class with Jeremiah Love and can't remember the other guy's name. I think Nicholas Singleton. Um, but I if they're an early first round pick, I don't expect them to be benched. I think they'll have immediate playing time and immediate impact on the 205 Kings. And we're excited if we have those guys on on our roster.
Yeah, absolutely, man. This is just a interesting one. Don't know if it'll make the cut, but what would you say is the most significant piece of advice you've received about a full scale rebuild? And is there a fantasy manager or maybe an NFL GM that you've modeled your strategy after?
I was told by a wise guy in our league to just not rush it. Don't take the first offer to be thrown at you. It is easy to just see a good offer and you think it's good, and then it just happens to bite you in the butt. So, um, really, really, test the market before you jump to an immediate, acceptance on that trade.
Absolutely. And then my last one, I'm personally really interested in this because I've looked at your team a handful of times, Ryan. Looking at your roster right now, what's a diamond in the rough or a young player that you're incredibly high on that you believe could be a cornerstone of your future championship team?
Oh, that's a great question. I got a handful of some rookie receivers or some third year guys, and the saying that the third year is the breakout year. One rookie I'm really high on is Alec Ayomanor, or however you say his name.
Close enough. I couldn't tell
Um,
you.
I've seen a lot of tweets on him, and he's really stand out from a lot of the other receivers. I think they got a couple old guys coming and going. Calvin Ridley, he's not the youngest player on the planet, and they got the rookie Cam Ward throwing the rock, and so I think they will end up developing a really good chemistry.
Yeah.
Um, Another guy I'm high on is Dante Thornton. As many of you know, Jacoby Myers did a trade request, and they signed Amari Cooper to a 1-year deal. And I know there's rumors that Thornton is a wide receiver 3 right now for them. So if he, can climb up that pecking order, he can be a real threat for the Kings.
Love to hear it. Love to hear some deep research has been thrown out throughout this conversation. It's been great. I only planned for 6 questions, so this is a surprise question. I don't have it typed down and pre-planned, but we're about to go off the record here in just a second, Ryan. Last question I got for you: is there anything you want to say on the record? Maybe anything to anybody specific or anything to the league that you have on your mind, you want on the record?
I do. You know, this year is the first year of our rival week, and a lot of people are doubting the Kings to take down the redneck team from the other side of the state. I can't even tell you his name right now. You know, we just have so much hatred built up already for that team. And I think, you know, years to come, that dynasty or that rival is going to be flipped, and we're going to take a couple years of on a win streak, and hopefully some of those games will knock him out of the playoffs and bring us in the playoffs. So I'm like really excited for that rivalry. I know it's a little lopsided right now, but I think it'll be balanced and flipped our other way here pretty soon.
Love to hear it, Ryan. Well, hey, I appreciate it. We're going off the record right now.